They had to scratch and claw to do it, but the Giants finally broke through against the Marlins. It took 11 innings, but now the Orange and Black have a chance to split the series against the feisty Miami team. And the final game of the series, the Fish have to deal with the Horse. Matt Cain gets the ball against the Marlins, and it's all coming up next. It's Hyundai Sunday and Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is Giants Baseball is brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. Today it's the Giants and Marlins one more time in the final game of the series from AT Park here in San Francisco. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, look, you win today and you have a 4-3 homestand. Okay, you're over 500 for the homestand. But more importantly, you need to have a win before you get out on this long road trip and you hand the ball to the right guy, Matt Cain.
Well, Matt Cain is the right guy, especially right now. I mean, he's really throwing the best ball that he has all year long. He's got a great feel with every pitch, both out of the windup and out of the stretch. He will give them a chance to win today. But if you look at the one statistic that kind of surrounds this team, this Giants team's a little weird. And I say that because against teams above 500 records, they're 25-20. With teams who have below 500 records, they're 13-16. They need to improve upon that today.
Yes, they do. Nathan Eovaldi, a hard thrower and a young kid on the mound for the Marlins. When we come back, we will have the lineups and the very first pitch right after this.
Try Jack in the Box. Now's your chance to go big at Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Big Stack Burger. 2 jumbo beef patties stacked with onion rings, cheese, and pickles. And by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
Overcast day here at AT Park. Final game of this homestand. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 61 degrees, light winds, humidity at 87%, and there is a chance of showers around Northern California. take a look at the Marlins starting lineup brought to you by Coors Light. It'll be Ruggiano, Lucas, and then Giancarlo Stanton. You see his numbers against the Giants. Pretty good. Morrison, Ozuna, and then Brantley. Echeverria, followed by Dietrich, and then Evaldi will pitch in bat ninth.
On the hill for the Giants today, the horse, Matt Cain, making start number 16. They have Giants 8-2 in his last 10 starts. His last couple, he's been especially stingy. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup with excellent command of the fastball, 2 types of grip. And he's been putting on a show either out of the windup or out of the stretch. 4-3 lifetime with a 3.00 ERA against these Marlins.
Ruggiano on the first pitch drives one deep left center field and gone. And that's how this game gets started, on a solo home run, and it's 1-0 Marlins.
Well, I did not see that coming. And that was loud. Just a challenge fastball. I mean, middle in just above the thigh. And apparently this is where he likes him, because he gets every bit of this one. So you spot him a run and start all over.
You say it's bad luck?
Bad luck to hit a home run on the first guy up the batter's box.
Here's Lucas. Lucas hit a long home run yesterday. His first of his career. He's hitting .309 with a home run, 6 RBIs. With Giancarlo Stanton on deck. And a breaking ball down low. 2 balls and a strike for Cain. That's the 16th home run that he's allowed, and that by far is tops on the staff. This is hit out to Pence in right field. First out recorded here in the first inning.
Check out the Giants defense playing behind Matt Cain today. Starting in the outfield from left to right will be Torres, Blanco, and Pence. Crawford and Noonan on the left side of the infield. Scutero and Belt on the right side. Buster Posey will be in the squad putting down the signs.
So here's Stanton. Stanton lines this one to left. Coming in is Torres, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Logan Morrison.
Oh yeah, they're ready. They got their Bug Zappers towel on. That was giveaway today. First 20,000 fans who came today got the towels.
Not quite a beach day.
Definitely not a beach day.
Here's Morrison. Morrison takes a strike. And oh, by the way, that's Mark Wegner behind home plate.
And of these 4 umpires you've seen in this series with the Marlins, he by far has the tightest zone. And he will give a few more high strikes than we've seen throughout this series.
This is popped up. Noonan will move over, but it's going to be out of play, about 15 rows back. Morrison hit his first home run of the season in this series. And this is taken in the dirt. It's 1-2. Las Diaz, Tim Timmons, Mike Winters. That goes from first to third. Hit out into Triples Alley, where Pence and Blanco will come together, and it'll be Blanco who makes the catch. Marlins 1, Giants coming up. to you by Coors Light. It'll be Blanco, and in the series he's been red hot. He's hitting .500, followed by Scooter, Posey, and Pence. Belt will hit in the 5th slot. That is Crawford and Torres. Nick Noonan will hit 8th and Kane 9th.
On the hill today for these Miami Marlins will be Nathan Eovaldi, and this is what he has done in his career: 5-15, 4.11 ERA. But he's always been a guy who has great potential. He throws a mid to high 90s fastball. I mean, he's got a great arm with all kinds of movement, and it's unpredictable. He's not an easy guy to catch. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and he'll try to throw everything. But at times he just doesn't have great command, but he does not lack stuff. Came over to Marlins from the Dodgers in that trade that involved Hanley Ramirez. He was one of the big guys involved in that trade. Let's take a look at the defense the Marlins will employ behind Eovaldi. Ruggiano, Ozuna, and Stanton. That's your outfield. Good arms in center and right. Echeverria and Lucas on the left side. Dietrich and Morrison on the right side, with Brantley in the squad putting down the signs.
All right, so here's Blanco. Blanco looks at a strike. Blanco hitting now right at 300. And Blanco fouls this one out of play. Blanco had a big day yesterday. He had 3 hits, went 3 for 5, knocked in a run, scored a run. And on 3 pitches, Eovaldi strikes out Blanco.
It's bad luck to strike out the first guy.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good day for the Giants. Here's Scutero.
Take a look at the breaking ball that he gets Blanco on. Curveball, an 0-2, perfect location. Just out of the strike zone, down and in. And Blanco cannot do much with that.
So here's Scutero hitting .329, a couple of home runs, 17 driven in. 1 for 4 yesterday. Here he shows bunt, really just taking all the way.
Eovaldi, still a baby, just 23 years old. 6'2", 210-pounder. Out of Houston, Texas.
The 2-0 pitch is right at the knees.
Take a look at his motion from our Toyota Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And kind of a short arm.
Stanton coming over. He's going to dive. It's in and out of his glove. And Scutero is going to reach. Stanton very nearly made a nice diving catch.
Well, that ball, if you have an outfielder playing a normal set and a straightaway set in right field, it's probably a pretty routine play. But as far over towards the right center field gap as the Marlins have been playing Stanton throughout this series, that made it a very difficult play. And just to the fingertips of the glove. And I'm talking 1 more inch and he catches that ball. As it is, he makes a pretty nice play to keep it at just a single.
And that reach right there really kept Scutero from going to second. So here's Buster Posey. And the first pitch just outside. Buster managed to hit in his last at bat. He went 1 for 5 yesterday.
5 for 20 on the homestand with just 1 RBI.
Double play ball. Echeverria to Dietrich to Morrison, and that'll end the inning. So single, double play after 1. 1-0 Marlins.
you by GoPro, the world's most versatile camera. GoPro, be a hero.
Well, today is the final day of the Junior Giants stretch drive, and so far we've raised $285,500 for young players to play baseball. We're grateful for all the donations we received. Just a reminder that if you donate $50 or more, you'll receive a special thank you, and you'll get a gift, a Matt Cain bobblehead. So go to juniorgiants.org and please join our efforts.
Ozuna pops the first pitch up. It's Scudero calling and catching. So this is the bobblehead. It's from the perfect game. Remember the final out, Matt Cain raised that right arm, a little fist. So very nice, huh? There it is.
I like it. I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that.
So what was that score in the Arizona game?
1-0.
Really?
Cincinnati is beating the Diamondbacks.
I asked for a reason, by the way.
And the reason?
Check your score. This is going to be a fair ball. So Bradley reaches. The only thing you can do is really let it roll.
Well, a swing and bunt's a beautiful thing. And that, well, that one you tip your hat to the grounds crew. That's right. Well, it's 3-0 Cincinnati in Arizona now.
Yeah, Phillips hit a 2-run home run.
Wow.
So here's Echeverria in a swing and a miss.
Are they saying the same things in Miami about Echeverria that we first said about Brandon Crawford when he got to the big leagues? If he could just hit 230 or 240 because of his glove, he could be an enormous asset. The Marlins people think that Echeverria is going to be a Gold Glover, as we feel Brandon Crawford is going to be a Gold Glover. 240 for Brandon Crawford anymore that would be a disappointment with what he's showing this year. Echeverria, however, still has not gotten going with the bat.
Well, if you watch him play offensively, he looks like a guy that wants to be a home run hitter. And maybe he will be.
$11 double plays. Unusual for a guy with such great speed.
Cain's pitch is low and away, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Got him.
Just a no respect fastball right through him for Cain's first strikeout today. And really, he's always had that advantage that he gives you a little more fastball if you're in that batter's box, just the way that it looks coming at you than what it registers on the speed gun. Just because of his release. It's a short arm release and it gets on you quick.
Here's Derek Dietrich, the Marlins second baseman, and he takes a strike. Dietrich hitting .204, 6 home runs, 16 driven in. Fouls this one to the backstop on that pitch down and in, and it's 0-2. San Diego and LA just underway at Petco. And that fastball high. It's 1-2.
Try to elevate with the fastball. You can go right back up there again. Dietrich will chase above and below the strike zone. Getaway day around baseball, or a lot of teams hop on a plane after the game. Giants will do that. They'll go to Los Angeles, the start of a 3-city road trip.
Here's the 2-2, and he got him, and that'll end the inning. All right, it'll be Pence, Belt, and Crawford. It's 1-0 Miami.
Is brought to you by Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking, a checking account that pays you.
On the home run by Justin Ruggiano, it's a 1-0 lead. Some activity out in the Cove.
Well, I hope they brought a jacket. A little chillier today than it has been the last couple.
I know they got a TV on in there, because once the camera went on them, everybody started to come out of the bowels of that boat as that's foul back and out of play. The 0-1 to Pence is low. Pence hitting .286. He's got 11 home runs. He's had 2 hits in this series. And he fouls this one back. It's 1-2.
Giants have only hit 1 home run this homestand, and that was Pablo Sandoval in Stockton.
Well, he's had 2 in 2 different nights in San Jose.
He hit another one. Yeah. Oh, nice going.
So he's at 3.
Still none here at AT&T. But that's all right. You can win without home runs. Last thing you could want to do as a hitter is go out there and try and hit home runs. Home runs are kind of a product of a good swing.
Mike Redmond came out for whatever reason. Maybe check to see if his catcher Brantley was doing fine. It's 1-2 to Pence. And they're going to call Pence out. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, as you just mentioned, Pablo Sandoval with a good rehab assignment with San Jose, 2 home runs, and he's here with the team. He will be activated and in the lineup tomorrow per Bruce Bochy. Santiago Casilla coming along very nicely. He'll face live hitters in LA, and it's likely he could join the team at the end of this upcoming road trip. As far as Chad go, Dan, Bruce Bochy saying he's still a question mark. The arm's a little more sore than they hoped, and he's slated to start on Tuesday, but they're going to give him another day to see how he feels. Dwayne?
All right. Thanks, Amy. Here's Belt, and Belt rolls it foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
Well, that's good news. Get some of the important pieces of the puzzle back in place.
Belt on the ground. Diving is Dietrich, and Dietrich will throw him out.
That's the big leagues. Brandon Belt does everything right. Hit the ball right on the nose. Thinking, all right, I got a knock. No. You got a big league hang with him. Nice play. Nice part about being a second baseman. Once you get up, you don't have much of a throw. Well, he uses every bit of that glove. It's kind of a big glove for a second baseman.
Not a problem. Here's Crawford. Crawford back after the injury to his fingers. He started yesterday, and he went 0 for 4. Eovaldi kicks it around some more, and they got him by a half a step. After 2, 1-0 Marlins. Said I wanted to stay on turn and help the ball the best I could. It was good to be able to go out there and throw. Just try to minimize the distractions, take them on regardless of what it is. Some things are a little heavier than others. So here's Eovaldi. So Zito pitched extremely well following the death of his father, Joe. Eovaldi is 0 for 2 on the season. Here he takes high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Ruggiano to follow. Kane playing catch with Posey. Throws it right there for a strike. It's 2-1. On deck, Ruggiano the pitch, and a swing and a foul right by Ruggiano. So we got the family out at the yard today on a Sunday afternoon. Stopped by the dugout store before they came in here.
Got a hot dog. Fun at the yard.
And hot dogs. I'm saying 5th inning, still about a quarter left.
She's taking her time. See, I wish I had that talent. Hot dog like that for me, 3 bites, see ya. Her, 6 innings. You're right.
Foul back by Evaldi. However, the bun has a tendency to deteriorate as the innings move on.
The bun is eroding. And she likes it commando style, no sauce.
Tap foul. As you get older, you start really figuring out the whole condiments thing. And then by the time you're my age, it's more condiments than actually a hot dog.
You can hardly see the meat.
You got him. Oh, my goodness. I want a hot dog now.
Me too. Well, we're going to the land of hot dogs. Giants taking on the Dodgers. That's right, live from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You can check out Giants pregame live right here at 6:30. The rivalry continues. Giants' first chance to see Michelle Puig.
Here's Ruggiano as he lines this one right at Blanco. We're going to the land of hot dogs.
Yes, we are.
You're talking about just overall attitude. Remember, you were born and raised there.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. It could be Dodger Dogs. It could be the whole attitude. It could be a lot of things.
Here's Ed Lucas.
The hot dog is the backbone of our business.
Lucas takes a strike.
Head out to the yard for a beer and a dog. Maybe a sack of peanuts.
I mean, seriously, that's like going to the movies and not getting popcorn.
Oh,
if you don't get a hot dog.
Totally agree.
0-2.
Nice 2-pitch sequence there. Fastball changeup. Little 90-mile-an-hour cut. Laid it out there. Little paralysis. Perfect location. Now you can backdoor a 2-seam movement on the outside corner. You can go on the inside corner with a front door cut. I mean, a lot of options with just the fastball. Throw a curveball out of the strike zone down.
And the 2-2 pitch is low, 3-2. There's a vendor below us selling corn dogs. Were you ever a corn dog?
I was never big on corn dogs.
Me either.
Now my kids love them.
See the emergency swing by Lucas.
It's a big league emergency swing.
Jeff. Three and two. Got him.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the solar company.
Well, spend the 4th of July weekend right here at AT Park. Giants, Dodgers, July 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Here's Torres.
On that 4th of July weekend, Friday a 7:15 game, Saturday a 4:15 game, and a 1:05 Sunday game. Trading cards presented by Chevron to the first 20,000 fans. And as always, go to sfgiants.com, get your tickets.
1 ball and 1 strike. Torres hitting .270. 1 for 8 lifetime against Eovaldi. Out of play. Well, our concessionaires were very kind, so they sent us these 2 hot dogs. I think they're 2 different kinds. I don't know what kind they are, but so Mike, would you put all of this on your dog?
Absolutely, I would.
Sauerkraut, mustard,
relish,
ketchup.
Are you kidding?
They'd all go?
They would all go.
Probably not right now. They would all go.
That's pretty good.
That does look good.
I'm going to get that one, to get that one, to get that. We are going to get that.
Sloan sent us a corn dog.
Pat Burrell's a guy that loves corn dogs.
He does?
Oh, yeah. Miss that guy.
Torres out swinging. 3 strikeouts for Eovaldi. Here's Nick Noonan. Noonan hitting .217. Noonan yesterday 1 for 3. Little pop up down the left field line. Ruggiano can't get there. Good to deal with that, the corner of the bullpen mound. Roger Gill is going to track it down.
Oh, yeah. The Baby Bjorn, one of the greatest inventions ever.
It's a good seat. Echeverria will catch that line drive. So here's Matt Cain. Matt Cain is 3 for 27, a couple of RBIs. Doesn't have a home run yet this year. It's usually good for 1 a year.
Yeah. It's great to watch batting practice with the Giants pitchers. And the one group on the same team is Bumgarner and Kane.
A bullet hit at Dietrich.
And they can hit him long.
And they can hit him long. After 3, it's 1-0 Marlins.
Of the rain.
Wow, that is one of our own, David Casper. He's a graphics artist at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. We're so very proud of him. He's so talented. If you've seen any of my webisodes, he designs all the animations for him. And he's from Petaluma and has a huge fan base that came to support him. David, we're so proud of you. You're awesome. Way to go on the anthem, buddy. Dwayne.
Well, thank you, Amy. And as always, she is the mayor of P-Town. At least not the one that was voted in, but...
You mean David Glass?
Hey.
I think David's here today.
David Glass, one of our former announcers here for the Giants.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton to lead things off. Belt over by that sidewall, and it drifts out of play.
Nice play. Yep, been bringing that thing here for 15 years. Finally paid off. It's going to happen.
Yes, it will. That's cued off the end of the bat. Belt, by the way, is way, way off the line at first. Outfield is deep, as you would expect.
Away, away, away. I'll tell you what, Stanton had one step into the dugout. He thought it was strike three. Watch his left foot.
Yeah, Pence got called out on a pitch very close to that. And he got him anyway.
All right, time now for our AT&T trivia question. If you know the answer, you can tweet it to CSN Giants. Question today, prior to Hector Sanchez, who was the last Giants whose first three walk-off hits all occurred in extra innings? If you get that, you're good.
You're good. Here's Morrison, who takes a breaking ball for a strike. Morrison hit a fly ball out to right center field that Blanco tracked down. This is pulled foul into the Marlins dugout.
That is a big league ugly finder right there.
Like it could have got Ricky Nolasco.
Well, it kept whistling in there. It had Eugenio Velez written all over
Yes,
it.
it did. Outside to Morrison.
All right, let's see the big league ugly finder. Here we go. Look out.
And it passed the diving Scudero for a base hit. All right, let's check out our AT&T U-verse rewind. Yesterday, Hector Sanchez had the game-winning pinch hit. This came in the 11th inning. At first it looked like it was going to fall, then it looked like it was going to get caught. And it turned out it fell right in front of Ruggiano. Ozuna is 0 for 1. He popped out in the second.
What we've seen from Ozuna in this series is a really good opposite field approach. I mean, he's used right field the entire 3 games prior to today.
So Kane now falls behind 2-0. He's got to come in. Ozuna steps out. Two and 0. 3-0. It's Bradley on deck. Kane pours in a strike. 3-1. Ozuna, who didn't really like to take it all. If anything's close, he will not be taking 3-1.
Yeah, that was painful.
Three and 2.
Yeah, that's a perfect 3-1 slider right there. You can go back and throw that same one again. Not a whole lot you can do with this one. That's late. It's quick. It's got downward snap and the location. Perfect.
Morrison goes, swinging a shot into left field, a base hit. And with Morrison on the move, Torres is going to pick it up, and Morrison is going to score, and it's 2-0. If Morrison is not going, I doubt they send him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's not the fastest guy on the team. 3-2 right on the hands. I mean, you talk about a guy quick to a pitch that's designed to blow your bat up, and he barrels this thing. I mean, that is he hits that pitch, that's cause for concern. You're saying I can't jam this guy, because that was perfect. And with Morrison on the go, an easy score.
Here's Brantley.
I tell you, there are a few pitches that you make to guys that you don't really know, that you just kind of think it's automatic. They're not going to do much with it. That 3-2 fastball in the hands was one of those times. I guarantee that surprised Matt Cain. Surprised everybody.
Skied out into right center field for Blanco. Ozuna bluffed. 2 outs. And here's Echeverria. Echeverria was Matt Cain's first strikeout victim.
Well, he struck him out with a fastball right down the middle. And Echeverria was late on it. And that's something you file away, because you think you could do that again when a guy has seen a lot of pitches in one at bat. And then a payoff pitch is a fastball right through him. You're thinking you could throw fastballs by him.
Two and 0. And a strike. So Cain comes back. 2 balls and 1 strike.
3 pitches, 3 cutters. And the last one finally finds the strike zone.
And that's out of play. So now it's 2 and 2.
First true fastball in the 4-pitch sequence, and he was late again.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Cain trying to get his team into the dugout.
So once again, a payoff pitch here to Echeverria.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's popped up. It's Scudero, side retired. Top of the order coming up. Blanco will lead things off. A run in for the Marlins. It's 2-0.
The San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
All right, time to ask and answer our AT&T trivia question. The question today, prior to Hector Sanchez, who was the last Giants whose first 3 walk-off hits all occurred in extra innings? Our survey said, well, Rich Aurilia did it. And let's go back in time. I will show you one of those 3. Just using hands. Going right back up the middle, and that final game ended in a 1-0 shutout. And there's your reward. He was a good Giant.
Yeah, missed that guy too. Here's Blanco, who bluffs a bunt, and he takes a strike. Blanco struck out to open up the bottom of the first inning. Here he pulls this one foul. Scudero to follow. Running, swinging, Eovaldi flipping, not in time.
Well, that's the one thing you never really say too much about, but if you get over there too close to your first baseman, when you finally do make that exchange, even though the ball may beat the runner, it's not an easy play for a first baseman, because you're standing right about 6 feet away and you're giving him a flip. Just could not keep it in the web. Just hits Morrison right in the fingertips.
Well, you just don't have enough time to react.
You don't.
Scudero singled in the first inning. Blanco's got 9 steals. He's been thrown out 4 times. Eovaldi with no walks. He's had 3 strikeouts. And a strike. It's 0-1.
That's right. Hang out the fishing line and catch yourself a fish. And who are the Giants playing? The Fish.
No balls and 1 strike. So Scudero eyeballing that breaking ball. It's 1-1. Good speed at first in Blanco. Buster Posey in the on-deck circle. Well, that's at 97, and he throws really easy.
Well, and with a short arm release, and he gets it on you quick. Talk about how Matt Cain's 91-92 with a short arm release can get on you quick. You can imagine what 97-98 looks like. You have to cheat. You have to start early.
Two and two, so Eovaldi gets the call on the 2-1 pitch. And we see Buster Posey. Now Scudero steps out. Giants trying to find their hitting shoes. 2-2 pitch. Center field. Ozuna barely has to move. 1 out. And here's Posey.
Well, sometimes the hitting shoes just can be hard to find. Swore you left them in the other closet.
Well, game 1 of this series, the Giants scored 1 run. Friday's game, they scored 3. 2 in the win yesterday.
And coming into the series, the Giants were in the top 4 of the National League in scoring runs. Same thing that's happened to the Giants has happened to the Atlanta Braves, who they just saw on the last road trip. And I bring that up because they were ranked in the top 3 in run scoring. So you never really know why a team collectively stops hitting. But it happens. Usually out of 8 hitters, you got 3 going pretty good, 2 going all right, 2 struggling, 1 can't find anything. And it kind of rotates throughout the year. You never really get all 8 working. And the old saying of baseball goes, somebody has to make the outs.
Two balls, no strikes.
But 2 of the really quiet spots of the Giants lineup have been the 3rd and 4th spot with Posey and Pence. And that doesn't happen very often.
So a 2-0 breaking ball.
That's respect. That's what happens when you're an MVP and you lead the league in hitting. They're never going to give in to you.
So it's 3-1. Eovaldi trying to get Posey to fish, hit another ground ball. It's 3 balls and 1 strike.
You might see the runner move here.
You might. Pencil hit with runners at first and second.
This is not the first time that Eovaldi has faced the Giants. He faced him as a member of the Giants in an outing where he allowed 8 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings.
He was with the Dodgers. He was the emergency starter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Penn struck out looking on a fastball away in the second. Here he takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Perfect location.
Well, Baldy seems to be able to hit that spot, or at least in that area.
Well, if you could get consistent to that spot at 97, you're going to win a lot of games.
Popped out to right. And Stanton will get there. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Belt. Belt had a hit taken away from him by Dietrich, the second baseman. That happened in the second. And Brantley's going to go out and talk to Eovaldi. Padres Dodgers scoreless in the 4th. Reds leading the Diamondbacks 4-0 in the 3rd.
There's a long chat there from Brantley. Eovaldi had shook off about 3 signs, and finally Brantley says, wait a second. You don't have that many pitches. Let's talk about this. Never a bad idea, especially with runners in first and second. Go out there and talk about what you want to do.
Outside corner to Belt.
That's a gift. Better to have a pitcher strike called against you on the first strike than the third, however.
Then the third. Belt, the ball in on his hands, pulls it foul.
Nice 2-pitch sequence.
Belt just turned back to Mark Wagner and asked him if that was a strike. So it's 0-2, and now you're in for a battle. Well, that was away from the target, and it stays at 0-2. Brantley wanted that pitch in, and it was out over the plate. Another 0-2 pitch to Belt. Outside, 1-2.
That's not that far off where they call it strike one. It's funny when you have a wide strike called on you early in the count. I mean, you pretty much have to get out after cover everything that direction in 2 strike counts. Can't trust the zone. We see it a lot, though, where Belt will get down to the count 0-2, 1-2, and he'll work it full. He does have a good eye. It is one of his strengths.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Blanco at second, Posey at first. Giants down by 2, trying to put a dent into the scoreboard.
That's 4 signs that Brantley put down, and again he's going to come out and say, dude, you don't have any more than 4 pitches. Does frustrate a catcher. Catcher will suggest, but it's going to be the pitcher that always has the final say as to what to throw. So apparently I had to get out there and find out what he wants. Probably it was a location that he was not getting right with Eovaldi. So there was a 2-2 back foot slider, and that was his chance to go out of the strike zone. And now with 2 outs and 2 on, he's got to get in the zone.
Runners are on the move, and Belt pulls it foul. Eovaldi rubs up a new baseball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Out of play. Back-to-back 97-mile-an-hour fastballs.
It's nice to win. You have to go into that strike zone, and you have to challenge that strike zone to have 97 miles per hour behind your fastball. Get away with some lousy location at 97. And he is going to supply the power. If you ever run into one, it's going to go a long way.
And another 3-2 pitch, and Belt rolls it on the ground to Morrison, who kicks it around, and they got him. So Belt is out at first, and that'll end the inning.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
It's a 2-0 lead for the Marlins. Six hits in the game. Marlins with 4 hits, the Giants with 2 as Dietrich takes a called strike. Eovaldi to follow. And then it's Ruggiano. And that fastball is high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulled foul. Look out. Come on, Ingrid. Hang in there. That'll wait.
Gamer, babe. She's tough. Do not bet against her.
Here's the 1-2 to Dietrich, and he pulls this one foul.
Nice play by that fan.
Kane with 66 pitches. And Dietrich steps out. 4-3 lifetime against the Fish. Close. It's 2-2. It's a very similar pitch to that one that Dietrich took and was called out in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. All right, Amy G is here, and let's check in one more time with Amy G. Amy?
All right, Dwayne and Mike, today is the last day of the annual Stretch Drive, and 20,000 kids in 85 communities benefit from the Junior Giants program. Hard to believe 70% of these children would not be able to play if it weren't for the Junior Giants. Giants are grateful for anything you can donate. A couple of levels, though. $440. You get an autographed baseball by the one and only Willie McCovey and Matt Cain, and for $1,500, you can get a jersey autographed by Kaner himself. JRGiants.com. Go there, donate, help out. Dwayne?
All right. That's right. Just a little time left to help out the Stretch Drive. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Evaldi. Hit on the ground to Belt, and Belt will take it himself. And that'll bring up Ruggiano. I think Murph needs to just check the clubhouse. Start going in the back, looking for the hitting shoes.
Yeah, he's going to have to find it because they're going to need him on this road trip.
Training room somewhere. Coaches.
2 pretty good ballparks to hit in on this 3-city trip for the Giants, though. Coors Field in Colorado and Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Sometimes collectively as a group you just need a change of scenery.
If we go back to the Padres series, Giants scored 3 runs on Monday and 13, 5 runs on Tuesday, and 4 runs on Wednesday. So 5 runs has been the high on this homestand. Two and 1 to Ruggiano, who homered in the first. And he takes that breaking ball high and tight. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And he only likes a fastball, middle end, just above the kneecap to mid thigh. Right now, that was his happy zone when he hit the home run.
He got the pitch right there.
I guess he was looking for a knuckleball. Let's take a look at that first pitch. They set up away. Boop.
That's
gone. It was loud too.
got him. If you're Ruggiano, you can't be upset at that. You have to be upset that you took the 3-1 pitch.
Wow.
A 2-0 lead for Miami. McDonald's true stories in this date in Giants history on June 23rd, 1986. Mike Lacoste pitches a 3-hitter and belts his first big league home run off position player Dane Org as the Giants pound the Padres 18-1. Tying a major league record. 14 Giants get hits and 13 come around to score in the game.
There's a story about that home run because in that game, Mike Woodard also had his first big league home run off of Dane Org, a position player. So after the game, we were getting on both those guys. Their first big league home runs off a guy who wasn't even a pitcher.
But what? It shouldn't count. Here's Crawford, who swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, we go into Cincinnati, and Mike Lacoste's next start, he's taking it against Tom Browning, who's a 20-game winner. First at bat, whoop, hits it over the wall.
Oh. Well, that counts.
That one counted. But for Mike Woodard, never hit another one.
0-2 now to Crawford. Crawford bounced back to the pitcher in the second.
Because when they ask you if you played the big leagues, they ask you, do you have any home runs? And if you say yes, the next question is, who'd you hit it off of? And for years, Mike Woodard had to say, Dane Org. Who? Dane Org. Dane Org, the player?
Crawford gone. Fourth strikeout for Eovaldi.
I like the mustache. Trims it very well. We see it. Kids are hitting puberty at an early age.
Here's Andres Torres, who struck out in the third. Eovaldi's got the swing and the miss pitch going right now.
Well, they need to get him in the stretch.
Noonan on deck. One and two.
Just playing catch right now. Just keeping that ball up at 96, 97. Little movement running away from Torres.
Two balls, two strikes. See if he goes at Torres here. And it's a little low. It's 3-2.
Low by about half the width of the ball. But Wagner does have a higher strike zone than what we've seen earlier in this series with this four-man crew.
Foul back. Torres lives to see another pitch.
It's just grip and rip. He's just pumping fastballs at him.
That's what Garrett Cole did in Pittsburgh. Got him. That's 5 strikeouts, 2 in a row, and here's Noonan.
Big time velocity with big time movement. You have to expand and look at the pitch when it finally gets caught by Brantley. It's way off the plate, but you're talking about 8 inches of movement on a two-seam fastball at 97. That's a pretty special pitch right there.
Noonan off of Eovaldi. And he's going to get thrown out by Lucas. 6th inning coming up.
Hyundai Sunday is brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers.
Well, swing for the fences with a new Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. Features all 24 Home Run Derby competitors from 2010, 2011, 2012. It's available on iPhone and iPad. Download MLB.com's Home Run Derby game for free today. It's the birthday gal.
You got a birthday girl.
She's got a good attitude. 3 generations of Giants fans out there.
Here's Lucas, and Lucas fouls it back. Lucas, Stanton, Morrison. Kings pitched well. He's only allowed a couple of runs. It's 0-2.
Ed Lucas waited 10 years before he finally got to the big leagues. And he's put on a pretty good show here since he's gotten here.
Fouls this one out of play. Hit his first big league home run yesterday.
And that was a 2-strike breaking ball, and it wasn't really a hanger either from Zito. And that was the only run that Zito would give up in 7 innings.
One ball and 2 strikes. And this is rolled to Noonan. It's going to be a tough play, and his throw is high. No advancement for Lucas, and it's a base hit for Lucas.
Once again, Ed Lucas on base. What was going to be a tough play. Hugging the line, catches it low to a backhand and an off-balance throw. And I think even if it had been accurate and Belt been allowed to make a play on it, I don't think they would have gotten him. That is a line hugger right there.
Here's Stanton. Stanton's lined out and he struck out. So Lucas with a leadoff single. And the 1-0 to Stanton, and that's a bullet foul down the right field line, right in front of Ingrid Baxter. Yep, the horse is on the hill. And he's pitching like a horse. Giants just need to help him out with some runs.
Been pretty steady throughout this whole series, keeping the ball away, and they're finally putting an inside target here. For the most part, they've just been going away, away, away with Stanton. And that can be dangerous because if you miss out over the plate to this guy, that's where he can hurt you.
So it's 2-1 to the very powerful Giancarlo Stanton. And a rocket into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Lucas is going to go over to third easily. And just like that, it seems like if Lucas gets a base hit, things are going to happen. happened in this series a number of times.
Pitch away, and he just goes out and gets this one. This one a little bit more reachable. Even at that location, he hits it off the end of the bat. But as strong as he is, he doesn't have to square it up to hit a bullet. So immediately now, down 2-0. This becomes a strikeout situation for Kane. At the very least here, you have to stay out of the big inning.
Morrison singled in the fourth. Bounces this one to Belt, and it gets by him. Coming in to score is Lucas, and it's 3-0. I wonder, with Lucas at third, if Belt took his eye off the ball.
He may have. It's a ball we see him make 100 out of 100 times. And it's going to be ruled a base hit. Let's watch Belt.
Well, that's not a base hit.
That's an error. I mean, you're really penalizing the wrong guy. That's got to be an E3. If you rule that a hit, you're penalizing Matt Cain. And they have changed it. And that is the right call. So Cain really with his back up against the wall right now. Needs double play ball.
Morrison will get an RBI, not a hit. So here's Ozuna. The ball's in one strike. Well, the sad thing is Belt had a real good shot of getting Lucas, who was trying to come in. I mean, probably would have, just because he does have a good, strong, and accurate arm. High and wide, 1 ball and 1 strike.
You're right. I mean, he's got one of the more accurate arms for a first baseman in the division. As you see Jake Dunning, the right-hander, starting to get heated up. 91 pitches for Cain.
1-2.
Runner at second, nobody out. You're trying to strike him out. You can see how they're playing Ozuna with Gregor Blanco, the center fielder, about 6-8 steps towards the right center field gap.
And that's very high, 2-2.
Again, they tried to elevate.
And he just got a piece on a pitch low and away.
Well, he is a guy that's tough to walk. He wants to swing the bat, especially with men on and in scoring position. And that's when you can take advantage of it as a pitcher. Throw it out of the strike zone, bounce the curveball, throw that fastball high over the plate, but across the letters. Let him chase and help you.
Foul back.
Say this, he can extend way off the plate away. We saw it earlier in this series where he has really hurt the Giants on pitches that are 6 to 8 inches away from the outside corner.
And then what happened when they threw him in the last time?
Well, the last time they threw him in and made a perfect 3-2 pitch on the hands at 92, and he spinned on it and hit a ball off the wall a couple of hops in left field. Double.
Pence in right field. He will catch. His throw will be cut off. Moving over to third is Stanton. 2 outs, or make that 1 out.
So the payoff pitch, he threw a fastball but dropped down with it. Changed the movement. Giants still trying to figure out Ozuna. I'm not sure how much they learned in that at bat. Watch the arm angle come down a little bit, almost a sidearm.
Here's Brantley, an infield hit and a fly ball to center field. And this is foul. That little guy almost got whacked.
Well, he's wearing the old man out for missing that line drive. I mean, that's high expectation for that little guy. This was a linea that almost knocked the old man down.
Look at Mom's giving him a hard time as well.
Jeez, Dad.
I thought he did a good job of protecting his family. Taking a beating down there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Saying, yeah, it got me in the shoulder. Normal guy would be in the hospital right now, but not me. 1-2.
Strikeout situation. 1-1, throws a little cutter right in the inside corner, breaks down, gets a swing through, and he's thinking, I can go back there again. You just feel that when you have a guy swing through a ball off the plate in.
Got him.
And there it is. Same location. And just goes right back to it. I mean, that ball was almost identical to the spot where he got the second strike. So he gets the strikeout he was pitching for, and now he has a chance to minimize the damage here. Need to get that guy a glove.
Here's Echeverria. And this will be Ratscudero to end the inning. So Kane limits the damage. It is now 3-0 Marlins.
Company electrifying play of the week. And yesterday, well, let's watch and let's listen.
Little flare to right. Pence is coming in, and he makes the diving catch. And Pence saves the day in right field, and we will head to the bottom of the 11th.
Well, indeed, he did save the day. He kept that score at 1-1. The Giants would win that game yesterday in the bottom half of the inning, and that's our Solar Company electrifying play of the week.
So Abreu's going to pinch hit for Kane. And then it'll be Blanco. And Abreu takes wide.
Well, you never know when you're going to be singled out. We had a young man. He could have been more than 10, 11 years old. Come up on the big screen here, and he was dancing.
If that.
And it lit this place up.
There's a strike to Abreu. A base runner here would be nice. Down the left field line. And it's past Ruggiano. And Abreu is on the move. And Abreu is going to end up at third. Well, Ruggiano gambled. And why not? You got a 3-run lead.
And he goes the opposite way. He tries to backdoor a little breaking ball. He leaves it up. Abreu slices this thing away from Ruggiano. And once Ruggiano committed to it, I mean, he pretty much had to dive. And with a 3-0 lead, not a bad time to do it. But finally, Giants fans have something to cheer about. They've been sitting on their hands for 6 innings.
That little guy got him going.
I think he did. The magic dancer.
Here's Blanco. Blanco 1 for 2. And Blanco looks at a strike. So, Eovaldi in the stretch. It's what my partner wanted. Foul back. 0-2. Blanco got the big hit yesterday. It's the disappearing ball.
Took on Triples Alley in right center. Ball hits and disappeared. It was ruled a ground rule double.
Yeah, Blanco was disappointed. He wanted 4. And Blanco is out looking.
That is a huge strikeout. Second time he has struck out today. This one, a fastball outside corner.
Yeah, that may not be a strike, but also maybe if it's too close to take.
Well, that's the one thing. It's too close to take. You got to expand.
So here's Scudero. Scudero is singled and he's flied out. On deck is Buster Posey. Tapped up the middle. Making the play is Dietrich, and coming in to score is Abreu. So the Giants get that run back.
Middle infielder's laying back. Marlins just trying to stay out of the big inning, giving the run to get the out. But after the runner at third, nobody out strikeout for Blanco, this just becomes a big at bat. You had to do something here. And a nice bat control AB from Scudero to get the job done. Now he started up again, trying to get a little 2-out thunder.
Buster Posey is 0 for 1. Drew a walk in the 4th inning. And he takes a fastball here at 97. Well, he's painted him twice. It's now 1-2.
Two times he's taken strikes, and the only way you could explain it was he was looking for something else. And if he was looking fastball, he wasn't looking at away, he was looking in.
And that's dribbled foul. He came back in, down and into Buster Posey. The Dodger-Padre game is still tied. It's 0-0. One and two to Posey. And Buster's wanting to know if it was on the strike or did I swing. It's irrelevant. 7 strikeouts for Eovaldi. 3-1 Marlins. By your local Toyota dealers. Eovaldi is still in the game. He's only got 79 pitches, a walk and 7 strikeouts. Matt Cain pitched well. He threw 101 pitches, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Ruggiano led the game off with a home run. And the Giants, when it comes to the long ball, the inside of a donut for the last 90 innings.
Hasn't happened.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Jake Dunning, 5th time that he has come into a game. And from Dunning, what we have seen is a fastball, low 90s, hard slider, and a changeup. Been eating up lefties, just eating them up.
Righties?
A little different.
Here's Dietrich. Dietrich just throw that elbow up. He's done that a couple of times in this series. He's got the elbow guard on, so why not do it, right?
You know what? I see guys do it. It still bothers me.
Hunter Pence putting in another gear, but now he's there. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, well, if you'd like to enhance your game action, you can do it on your computer, your iPhone, your tablet. Just log on to csnberry.com. You can click on Giants in-game live. It's presented by Chevron. Guys, follow the action on the diamond like never before. Get stats, box scores, and join the social buzz. Giants in-game live, presented by Chevron, only at csnberry.com.
Amy G says it, I do it. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Eovaldi is struck out, and he's bounced out. Belt was going to come over and watch this one into the first row, and I'm not sure if it was a one-handed catch or if he knocked it down. But I know there was a little one sitting on Mom's lap that everybody was trying to be careful of.
Watch out for that guy. That's a great play right there. I mean, that's Kevin Mitchell-ish right there.
Eovaldi gone.
High cutter, kind of a gift. Haven't seen that call, but we talked about Wagner will call the high strike, and that's evidence of that.
Same pitch. 1 ball and no strikes.
I think that was better than the other one.
Behind second base, Crawford. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dunning. For the Giants, Pence, Belt, and Crawford.
All right, thank you, Henry. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Marlins still on top of the Giants 3-1. A reminder on behalf of the Giants Community Fund and Wood McCovey, we'd like to thank everybody for your tremendous support of the Stretch Drive. And we're pleased to report that our total through the end of this game is just over $350,000. A lot of kids are going to be playing a lot of baseball this year because of your generosity. And it's not too late to donate. You can still show your support online. Visit jrgiants.org. The kids in our Junior Giants baseball program, from the bottom of their hearts, thank you.
Stretch. Out there past the cove. Pence, Belt, and Crawford.
There's the great Willie McCovey.
Pence is 0 for 2. And he takes down low. Pence high and foul way down the right field line in the club level.
I don't see too many foul balls in that neck of the woods.
Pence, high drive, left field, it is out of here. And it's 3-2, and that was a big fly. His 12th of the season.
We're going to make it our Ford right choice. This is what you do with a hanging slider. That was right up there, middle in above the belt. Boom. And he backspins this thing. All of Matt Williams, high and far. Halfway up the bleacher section. It's the first Giants home run in 90 innings. So that drought has ended.
Here's Belt, who takes low. June 14th, Blanco's home run to lead off the game in Atlanta. Belt takes 2-0, so the Giants now are down by a run. And now a leadoff walk here would be good. Brantley's going to go out and talk to Eovaldi.
Dan Jennings, the lefty for the Marlins, is starting to get heated up. This is a red alert. They want him ready quick. They're sensing that Eovaldi is starting to lose it.
Three 3-0 to Belt.
And you're right. A walk, knock, anything. Get runners on.
Yeah,
start moving that line.
Move the line. Keep the crowd into it. Not close.
See, that's the other thing, too. Not close is the key. And again, Mike Redmond, the skipper for the Marlins, sends Rob Brantley, the catcher, out. Kill some time, talk it over. This may be it. I mean, they may be making a move right now. One thing, when you get loose, the first thing you need to do is establish the fastball. Then anything comes off there. I used to ask Scott Garrelts, how would you warm up when you got the call to get loose? He says, I just go out and I start throwing as hard as I could for as many pitches as I could, because I knew I was coming in, and right on cue, here comes Mike Redmond. That's going to be it for Eovaldi. Eovaldi's a young pitcher, and they're not going to let him lose this ball game. He's pitched too well. And this is how you do protect your young pitchers. And Redmond's just going to wait till plate umpire Mark Wagner comes out there, and he finally is going to make the call.
So it'll be Dan Jennings coming in. He's a lefty. And he'll be facing Brandon Crawford when we come back.
to Sir Bam Bam Mullins, Giants hitting instructor, who's sitting down.
Who's there?
There's Sir Hensley.
Behind Joe LaFave.
46 years old today. There he is.
All right, Bam Bam. On cue. That'll be. Happy birthday to my son, too, Cole. He's not 46. And he is not a sir.
Yet.
So
Sir
anyway,
Cole Kuiper, he could pull it off.
Anyway.
Dan Jennings, the new pitcher.
Happy birthday, Cole. Crawford waiting. Crawford shows bunt, and it's outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Saw the numbers for Jennings. He's got a low 90s fastball with hard slider. He has a changeup, and he'll throw that more to righties than lefties. For the most part, you're hitting off the left side, you're going to see hard stuff, fastball, slider.
Crawford, instead of showing bunt, pulls the bat back, or actually he never even showed bunt, and he takes it 2-0.
Are you a little surprised by that?
A little surprised. But now I think with count leverage, his coach is thinking maybe Crawford can yank one in that hole.
Or serve one to left, and he'll do that a lot against lefties.
Yes, he does.
And with him in a bunt situation, Ed Lucas, the third baseman, is playing even with a bag. See, now that's what ticks you off as a hitter. That's almost identical to the 1-0 pitch, which was called a ball. He comes back in, he throws this pitch, and it's called a strike. And now you don't know where the strike is, either the hitter or the pitcher.
Two and two.
And that's one that Crawford wishes he had back. He's simply not sitting in a fastball count. He's looking for a breaking ball.
Foul back.
Jennings feeling pretty froggy with that fastball. Comes right at him again. He's only thrown him one breaking ball in this sequence of 5 pitches.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And he survives because Brantley could not hang on.
Well, you don't have to get a big piece, you just have to get a little piece. And that's a little piece. Just enough to rattle it around the glove of Rob Brantley. So he stays alive.
Got him. What'd you say about Froggy with the fastball?
Just kept pumping the whole at bat. He showed him one breaking ball, and that was it. 7 pitches, 6 fastballs, and the knockout pitch was a fastball. So a non-productive out. Bochy gambled a little bit, not putting the conventional play on the sacrifice bunt, down 1 run with runner on. Now it's up to Torres to try and pick up Crawford.
Hit on the ground, and it kicks off the chest. And Belt is going to go to third. That's an eat-me-up ground ball if you've ever seen one.
That's going to be ruled a base hit. And that is how you pick up a teammate that strikes out. And this ball is roasted. Low fastball just comes up on Lucas, and he cannot wrestle it down. So the Giants get a runner at first and third now with 1 out. Watch this ball come up. I mean, it was roasted, and it never touched his glove.
Arias is going to pinch hit for Noonan. So we'll wait to see if Redmond counters with a right-hander. And you would think.
He just asked him to make sure that he was announced.
So we'll have a new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It's a 3-2 lead for the Marlins.
New pitcher now for Florida, or the Miami Marlins rather, will be Ryan Webb, the sinker baller. He runs it up there pretty good. You're going to get some pretty healthy velocity sinkers, low to mid 90s, and a hard slider. He's pretty much a sinker slider guy. You can understand why, not just pitching a right-hander against a right-hander, but Mike Redmond looking for a ground ball to get a double play.
Arias comes into this at bat hitting .282 with Hector Sanchez to follow. And a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1.
Arias thought that was high. When you've seen a low strike zone the first 3 games of a 4-game series, and in the 4th game you see an umpire who's got a high zone, it does take a while to get used to it. This is Arias' first at bat today, so he obviously hasn't had the advantage that his teammates have had who started this game.
That's foul.
Well, that would have been nice. See Morrison jumping off, and you can see the spin of the ball. The movement takes it right out of bounds. Foul ground.
So now Arias is going to have to battle. He's behind 0-2. And he stays alive. Boy, you poked at that. It looked like it was a foot outside.
That's as good an emergency swing as you can get there, 0-2. That ball was about a foot and a half off the plate when he made contact with it. That's the old extendo bat.
Well, it also exposes the inside part of the plate.
And Brantley wants another slider.
Hit on the ground. Could be a pair. That's one. That's two. So Webb got what he wanted. He got the double play ball. Pence's home run makes it a one-run game. It's bye-bye baby here at AT Park. It's 3-2 Marlins.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
3-2 Marlins. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Joaquin Arias remains in the game. He'll be at third base as Jake Dunning gets set to work his second inning.
And in this second inning of work for Dunning, it'll be Lucas, Stanton, and Morrison. So some tough hitters to face Dunning, who went 1-2-3 in the 7th. That's line foul and out of play. It's no balls and one strike. Lopez starting to get loose in the Giants bullpen.
He's thinking about one guy, Logan Morrison.
Out of play, 0-2.
There's Javier Lopez. One thing you learn being a San Francisco Giant and you pitch out of a bullpen, you learn how to get loose in cold weather. And it's cool today.
Dunning's pitch is high, 1-2. Six hits for the Marlins, 5 for the Giants. 2-2.
Just a bit outside with the breaking ball. Watch Posey try to tuck this one back into the strike zone.
Out of play. It's Kane for 6 innings. And for Dunning, this is second inning of work.
Laz Diaz, first base umpire, saying no swing. And Bruce Bochy is not in agreement with the call. Let's take a look at the side. Did he go? Yeah, that's right out there where it's close. Either way you call it, it's right.
Lucas asks for time. Stanton to follow. Get on the ground towards the hole, but Arias cuts it off. 1 out.
Now, keeping Lucas off the base pass has not been easy in this series. So that's a big out because now you can go after Stanton out of the windup. A lot going out there in McCovey Cove today.
Oh, yeah. Everybody having a good time, although probably enjoy it a wee bit more if there is some sunshine. Strike to Stanton. Dodgers and Padres are tied 1-1. That game in the 8th. Tapped again to Arias. 2 outs.
So Arias just coming in on defense. They're kind of picking on him. I think he could take a whole bunch of those that he just saw from Stanton.
I think you're right. So with nobody on and 2 outs, Morrison will face the righty Dunning. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants in the bottom of this inning. They will have the pitcher spot and then, of course, the top of the order. Bochy has 3 guys left on the bench that he can choose from to pinch hit: Sanchez, Perez, or Quiroz. Abreu's been used. Arias has been used.
Away, away, away. Now Buster called outside fastball 3 times, and Dunning stayed stubborn. He does not want to throw that pitch. So finally, they're going to regroup and try it again. He wanted to go inside with it. Dunning shaking off the veteran Buster Posey.
Scudero, and that'll end the inning. 3-2 Marlins. Giants coming up. Giants post-game live, highlights, reaction, analysis. It's all coming up right after the game. It's a 3-2 ball game. The Marlins on top. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Veteran Chad Qualls now coming in for the Marlins. 30th time he's taken the ball. 2-1 with a 3.10 ERA. Qualls going to give you a high velocity sink. It'll go low to mid 90s. Big time sink and a breaking ball. It's a little bit bigger than a slider. It's more of a curve ball.
So here's Sanchez. Sanchez, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Qualls. He showed bunt. Not sure if he was serious, but he took it, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Sometimes the slowest guys in your team are your best bunters.
Hit out right at Ruggiano. 1 out.
They can get the bunt down. They just can't beat it out.
That would be true. Pablo Sandoval, very good bunter. Here's Blanco. Blanco 1 for 3. On the ground towards the hole. And Morris cannot hang on. Blanco's aboard. So the Giants got some speed at first.
Logan Morrison just could not dig this ball out of the dirt from Echeverria. And it's going to be ruled a base hit. So ball 1 hops. Morrison hits him low in the glove. So Giants get not only a runner, but a runner with speed. And Qualls is not that quick out of the stretch. He's a guy you can steal on.
All right.
Plus, he's a sinker baller, so you would anticipate that Bruce Bochy is going to start a runner. Stay out of that double play.
Scudero 1 for 3. With Buster Posey on deck. And Scudero trying to bunt for a hit. Bunts it foul. Lucas is going to think they're picking on him.
That's a good play. They're going to lay back. Why not? Qualls is not that spry and agile off the mound. Chi joining Romo.
Into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. The throw airmails everybody, and Scudero did not make it. So Scudero is going to be thrown out.
No, that's a tough play right there. That is a tough play. Rated bad, taking that inside out swing to beat that movement coming in on him. And once Scudero sees the airmail of the cutoff man, he's thinking that's an opportunity. And Lucas with a perfect strike. And Dietrich puts the tag on, and indeed, Scudero is out. Right there with a really good look is Tim Timmons, second base umpire.
So here's Buster Posey. Way outside, knocked down by Brantley. Buster Posey 0 for 2. Drew a walk in the fourth. Rolls this one foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Buster is due. He's not had a great homestand with the bat.
Taps this one slowly. Echeverria, side retired. We will head to the 9th. It's 3-2 Marlins. Tuned for the post-game wrap. That's coming up in just a bit. Michael will also talk about the game with Murphy Mack tomorrow morning on KMBR 680. It's a 3-2 ball game as we go to the 9th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Jane Machi, the new pitcher for the Giants, 25th time that he has come into a game, 2-0 with a 2.52 ERA. He's going to face Ozuna, Brantley, and Echeverria. 2 right-handed hitters and a lefty. For Machi, he has been a workhorse. Been out there a lot. Hector Sanchez comes in to catch now. Posey out of the game.
So Machi will face Ozuna, Brantley, and Echeverria. Ozuna doubled in a run in the fourth. Here he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Right out of bed with a split. There you see Steve Cishek, the closer for the Marlins, getting ready. One ball and one strike.
And that pitch is a bit high.
One thing we found out about Machi, he's in no hurry. He and Sandy Rosario, both very deliberate workers. And things will slow down when they come into a game.
It's in the same spot, and it's 3-1. High and deep down the left field line, and gone. And on a 3-1 pitch, Ozuna hits one a mile down the line, and it's 4-2.
Tell you what, this guy has been the difference in this series for the Marlins. And the Giants still trying to figure out how to pitch to him.
No, they'll get behind. That's for one thing.
You know, I think you got to stay away from that middle end. This is the second time they've gone in at the belt. He had a double back in the fourth inning. In this one, he just leaves earth. That's a big potato there. That hurts.
So here's Brantley. Brantley takes very high. 1 ball and no strikes. Echeverria is on deck. This is popped up. Arias giving chase, and it's going to sail into the seats.
We have a winner. Well, this was the fly ball off the bat of Ozuna that hit the foul pole and then bounced back into fair play. But hey, that's all you have to do.
Here's the 1-1, and that's wrapped foul. 1-2.
It's tough when you're a reliever and it's a 1-run ball game. You give up a big fly. I mean, you got to let it go. That has to leave your brain. You got to concentrate now on how to get the next guy out. You're upset, you're disappointed, but you got to let all those emotions leave you. You got to get back to the task at hand. Get people out.
Yeah, that caught Sanchez. And it's 2-2. Meat area of the glove hand, right above where maybe the padding where the thumb is.
Not an easy job. No other position has those type of dangers that a catcher has.
Hit on the ground, Scudero. And that's out number 1. So here's Echeverria. Echeverria 0 for 3. And this is off the end of the bat, foul. The ball's in 1 strike. For the Giants in the bottom of this inning, Hunter Pence will be the first hitter. And that's hit back up the middle for a base hit. So 1 out, 1 on. And Derek Dietrich will be the hitter.
Yeah, nice 2-strike at bat, just in the protect mode. Chi didn't throw a hanger up there. I mean, it was off the plate. But Echeverria going way off the plate outside to catch up to it. Jose Mijares heading down to the Giants bullpen, and he'll get loose in a hurry. There's Bochy trying to keep this score at a deficit of 2.
Well, he knows his team is very good at coming back in games, but you got to keep it close so that you have a realistic chance of doing that. Dietrich waits, and he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's amazing how different a game feels when you've had a quick pace with Kane and Dunning. They like to work quickly. And then you get a guy who's deliberate, who's slower paced like Machi, and things really calm down. What was that like as a player playing behind a guy that was slow?
Yeah, it's hard to get used to. But you can't even control that. It never worked when it was. Can you speed it up a little bit? Ozuna led the inning off with a home run, his 2nd of the year. A ground ball and a base hit for Echeverria. He's got good speed. He does not go, and this is bounced. Belt's got it. He will get the out at 2nd, and that's all they'll get. So Dobbs is going to pinch hit. So Bruce Bochy's starting to move around in the dugout just a little bit.
Well, Dobbs a good hitter against left-handers. If in this at bat you see Dietrich get to 2nd by way of a steal or a pass ball or a wild pitch or something like that, you may see Bochy come in and make a pitching change with Dobbs in there with a couple pitches on him. So if you're Machi, you really have to pay attention to Dietrich, because Dietrich's got pretty good speed. It really is a steal situation here for the Marlins.
One ball and no strikes. And that pitch is high, so it's 2-0.
Got a little bit of a nibble going right now.
Yeah, I think that happens when a guy takes you for about 4-10 down the line.
Well, it's definitely happened here. And one thing you do not want to see is a ball 4, which will allow Dietrich to just walk into scoring position at 2nd base. That is a big league split in a 2-0 count. So he's not giving into him. One more time. Yeah, it looks like a little left-handed slider. Split coming off the right-handed Machi.
Two balls and a strike. 3-1. Four runs on 8 hits for the Marlins, 2 runs on 7 hits for the Giants. Dietrich with his lead. He does not go, and that's lined fair down the right field line. Hunter Pence is going to have to pick it up, and scoring all the way from first is Dietrich, and it's now 5-2.
Well, count leverage. It makes a good hitter a great hitter. They sit up in the outside corner. This thing goes down and in, and Dobbs just drops the head on it. And how fair was it? It was not fair by a whole bunch.
Well, you're only hoping for a ball to come spitting out of there so that Pence can get to it, but this one went there and died. And when it died, it gave Dietrich a chance to score. So here's Ruggiano. And Ruggiano takes a strike. Hit well to center field. Blanco on the move. It is gone. And Ruggiano has hit his second of the game. And that breaks it wide open. 4 runs here in the 9th inning. And now Bruce Bochy has to come and get Machi. So it's a 7-2 ball game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. We'll be back. Now on the hill, and on the first pitch, it's a fly ball to the left fielder Andres Torres off the bat of Ed Lucas, and that ends the inning. Lots and lots of work to do. Bottom of the ninth inning when it's time for a change. Things Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
New pitcher now for the Marlins will be Kevin Slowey. Slowey, the 28-year-old out of Conroe, Texas. That's what he has done in 14 games. 2-6 with a 4.10 ERA. He is their long man. Kind of 90-ish fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Former starter. He's got the 4 pitches you would see a starter have. They sat their closer Cishek down when the lead increased to 4 runs. No longer a save situation.
So here's Pence. Pence had homered in the 7th inning.
This is the hang and break it ball. One of the few mistakes that Eovaldi made today.
Pence taking all the way, takes a strike. Fouls it back. It's 2-2. Belt to follow. We're in the 9th. And he got him. So Pence is gone. And that'll bring up Belt. Belt is 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the 7th.
Slowey just free and easy, just carving up that strike zone. And Mark Wegner thought about that one too.
Down the left field line, it's Lucas in foul territory. Belt is retired. He's 0 for 3. And that'll bring up Crawford. Crawford 0 for 3, struck out a couple of times. He will look at a strike. Hungjin Ryu tomorrow against Madison Bumgarner.
A couple of lefties having good years going after each other. But it'll be a different look for the Giants because Pablo Sandoval will be back in the lineup. And they are looking for offense, and hopefully he can give it to them.
0-2 to Crawford. And Crawford got a piece.
Just fights it off, lives to see another day.
Slowly hit to third. Lucas coming in, and he can't come up with it cleanly. And Crawford will have an infield hit. And Andres Torres gets the hit. A lot of infield hits today. A lot of decisions to be made by the official score, but I think they've all been correctly made.
Well, a do or die play. Playing back, and he never even got that thing close to the inside of the glove. Hit the outside of the thumb. Yeah, base hit all the way, no doubt.
So Crawford's going to go. It's 1-0 to Andres Torres with Joaquin Arias on deck.
Base runners all started on the 2-out infield knock.
So Slowy comes in with a strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Pop foul down the left field line and out of play. Little bloop down the right field line. Stanton's going to make the running catch, and that's the ball game. So disappointing series for the Giants as the Marlins come in here and they take 3 out of 4. And the best way to describe it is they outplayed the Giants in this 4-game series.
Well, there's no way to sugarcoat it. They did. They outplayed them in every facet. They outpitched them. They out-hit them. They out-defensed them. And a very disappointing 4 days here to end this 7-game homestand after they won the series from the Marlins, or from the Padres rather. But they get no chance to sit there and lick your wounds. You got to get ready for the Dodgers tomorrow.
Get on the plane. Final score: Marlins 7, Giants 2. Esurance Giants post-game live with interviews, and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update.